he's led his teams to 21 national championships, including a streak where his teams won 101 consecutive matches. His name is Anson Dorrance, and as the head women's soccer coach at the University of North Carolina, he definitely knows about sustaining monumental success. His approach is much deeper than wins and losses. In my conversation with the 7-time Women's Soccer Coach of the Year, it became obvious that his goal is to provide principles for his players to follow rather than rules. Listen as Coach Dorrance shares how his tactic of teaching players how to think rather than giving them an enormous rule book helped create a winning program.
I've always been a renegade. I hate rules. I hate someone telling me what to do. It just drives me nuts. In fact, if someone tells me what to do, I'll do the exact opposite. I just don't think that, people should govern me. I'm into basically living a principle-centered life. But to lead a principle-centered life, you have to understand principles. Rules are too simple because rules are for the people that don't have principles. It's sort of like a cheat sheet for someone that's trying to teach you principles, but what it does is it doesn't teach you anything because you either follow the rule or you don't. So now it's a question of whether or not you're going to buckle to authority, but I don't want to train people to buckle to authority. I want people to rebel against authority if authority is basically immoral. So again, I don't think you teach anything to people by having them follow rules. Now obviously, if they have some insight and you're a good man, hopefully the rules that you're having them follow have fundamentally good principles behind them. But I don't think you educate and elevate people by ordering them to follow a set of rules. We don't have any rules. All we have is principle-centered living, and if you follow the principles involved in all these quotations, your life's going to be fine. So every time you come up to a circumstance of what you should do, follow principles. And it also teaches you to think, but also it teaches you basically to have real core values as opposed to sets of rules that sort of dictate things that you might not understand. We want our kids to understand why they're doing things. So you want to teach principles. One of my favorite statements absolutely of all time, Amos Alonzo Stagg just wins a football national championship out of like 1913 or something. This reporter walks up to him right after the game and says, "What do you think of your team?" "I'll tell you in 20 years." That's the way I want to answer all the questions about the teams I train. Because if we win a championship, that's an ephemeral, that's an ephemeral event. That doesn't have any real value. What has real value is what these kids learned along the way to that championship.
Building a team that is repeatedly competitive is difficult business. How can you ease the challenge by outlining principles in your life or in your business? Identifying and then applying those principles can help you combat future challenges while creating future victories. This is one of the many lessons learned in the study of greatness. What makes the great ones great? What makes the great teams great? And what makes a great teammate are all major discussion points for me when sitting down with the greatest winners in sports, business, and even nonprofits. And I want to keep the conversation going with you. Please help yourself. Click on some of the other videos from the Greatness Green Room that I know will be of value to you. And as always, you can visit donyaeger.com to connect with me on keynote speaking, monthly webinars, our virtual learning program, blogs, best-selling books, and more. Thanks for stopping by the Greatness Green Room. Until next time, be great every day.